welcome to James Lewis' Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible, bringing you state of the NFC South. Why am I doing NFC South first? They have their quarterbacks. All four teams have their quarterback. You got Matt Ryan, you got Jameis Winston, you got Drew Brees, favorite in the NFC South, and Cam Newton. Because of that, they're good. Also, all four teams pretty much have their run game down. They might, like the Buccaneers might move a piece here, the Panthers might move a piece there, but for the most part, they have their quarterbacks, they have their running backs. They might change a piece here or there on wide receiver or tight end, but their offense is complete. Which means, when it comes to the free agency, when it comes to, I know Drew Brees is a free agent, but Saints will give him everything and then some. So when it comes to free agency, when it comes to the draft, what do they focus on? Defense, special teams. All right, if I was Saints, I'd definitely draft a young quarterback, try to get the best there is. Probably, first round would be a little too, God, because like the Saints, they need to get someone to be ready to take over for when Drew Brees retires. He's not going to be able to play forever. So yeah, it's like, their teams are set. Like, yeah, they'll get a piece here. They may move a piece there. Grab this free agent if it's good price. For the most part, they're set. And with that being said, starting with the Saints. Again. And actually, we'll do this in order of what I think is going to win the division and all that next year. The Saints. Dude, that ground game is amazing. Alvin Kamara and God, I can't remember the other guy's name right now. Mark Ingram. That's an amazing run game. And since they have an amazing run game, that takes the pressure off of Drew Brees. He might last 2 years longer than he normally would have because he has the ground game to take away the pressure. Not only that, but last year they spent five draft picks on defense. So, again, since they have the ground game and the passing game and their offense set, free agency, draft, focus on defense. Build up that defense. They build up that defense. Drew Brees and the run game don't have to be on the field as much. Come on. This is going to be amazing. Can you imagine? Because they got some high-scoring offenses like the Falcons, like the Panthers, they got to deal with all the time. So, definitely focus on the defense. Saints go right back to it. Right into the playoffs. Easy. Barring injuries. Next. Ooh. They don't want that Super Bowl, Christine. So, I want to say the Falcons. They exceeded all my expectations, making it as far as they did, making it to the playoffs, which, not something every team, well, I don't think the majority of teams who lose Super Bowl do that. That's why it's called the Super Bowl curse, because you lose Super Bowl, you don't make it to the playoffs. You don't get a winning record half the time. That's because during free agency and all that, like, well, that player went to that team. That player went to this team. 8 of our players all went to the other teams because they got paid bank by those teams. I guess the Falcons didn't really have that issue, so they were able to go right back to form, mostly. But yeah, again, they got their pass game. They got their run game. So, again, maybe change a piece here or there on wide receiver or something, but defense. Free agency comes, draft comes, they will be focusing on defense. Man, but like it's like the entire NFC South, they're all in a great standing of, we don't need to go, all right, it's the first round, let's use this pick on a quarterback because we don't know who our quarterback's going to be. Like, no, they know the quarterback. So they go, all right, who is the best player on this? And I know I'm getting rambling here, but because they have the quarterbacks, because they have the running backs, because they have the wide receivers, because they have all that. Instead of doing all right, what do we need? We need this. Be like, instead of who's the best player on the board right now? The best player is this defensive back. Well, he's the best player. Let's use the first pick on him. Or, all right, who's the best player on the board? This O-lineman. Well, let's get him because he's the best on the board. They can go with the best player instead of, oh, crap. Like the top 3 wide receivers already been picked, but we need a wide receiver. Oh, God, we got to waste our first-round draft pick on that wide receiver, even though he's not even a top 10 pick. oh God, but the three best wide receivers are being picked. Oh God, we're in panic mode. No, they don't have to worry about that. They can go. Who's the best player? Him. Well, get him. God, NFC South is set up very well. And then third, the Panthers. God, I thought last year was gonna be the Buccaneers year, but there's just so much going on with that team that off the field that they don't have the focus on the field. So I was gonna say Thursday's gonna be the Panthers. Again, they got Cam Newton, they got his wide receivers, they when they're healthy, they got his running game. Like, and the defense wasn't that bad last year. It's just they went up against some high-powered offenses. So again, there's another team where they go, all right, who's the best on the board right now? Him? Get him. And Cam Newton getting up there in age for a quarterback, anyways. Like you'd be like, he's not even. Yeah, we know he's not that old person-wise, but starting quarterback who runs the ball a bit wise, yeah, he's getting up there in age. So maybe look to get his replacement, just like the Saints should be doing this year. And of course, that leaves the Buccaneers. God, injuries hurt them bad last year. Jameis Winston just didn't have the team around him that he was supposed to have due to injuries and all that. Just, they collapsed. So I'd be looking, all right, who got hurt last year? How screwed were we when they got hurt? Well, we weren't screwed when that guy hurt. We had a good backup. But we were totally screwed when he got hurt. Right, we'll find his backup. Because again, they have their quarterback. They have mostly the wide receivers running game when they're not hurt. So again, they'd be like, all right, who's the best backup that we need? Who's the best player to be a backup to what we need on the field? And for the Buccaneers, when Drew Brees all them retires, they'll be set because, again, they get a rookie guy to get behind this player. They get a rookie guy to go behind that player. Like, oh no, it's been 2 years and those guys haven't been hurt, unlike last year. Well, great. Now these rookies, now juniors, they have experience. They have time to learn the books. They got time to be in the NFL without having to be thrown to the wolves like a quarterback for the Browns does. No, they have time to learn. They have time to sit back and go, all right, that guy's winning free agency. Hey, guys, I did pretty well last year. Don't give him a huge contract. Keep me for a couple more years, and then I'll be able to prove myself. Make it or break it contract year. So the Buccaneers could be very terrifying to be dealing with next couple years from now and all that. Especially once Drew Brees and all them retire. God. Will the NFC be the division next year? Maybe. The AFC West is still going to be doing pretty good. NFC North, yeah, it's going to be a two-way horse race between the Vikings and the Packers. And of course, Vikings have their own issues that they don't have a quarterback right now. They're all free agents. But all right, getting back to the NFC South. So yes, that is the state of the NFC South. They all have the quarterbacks. They all have the run game. They all have the wide receivers. They all have their teams. So when the free agency or draft comes, they don't need to blow big money on someone. They don't need to go, oh God, we're in panic mode. We had to draft this guy. Like, no, be like, all right, well, who's the best player on the board? Him. Then let's get him. And actually, with the position they're in, they could be like, all right, well, we don't really need a first-round draft pick. Trade that off to get this guy, or trade that off to get those 2 draft picks from that team. They could do a lot of movement on draft day between trading stuff because they have their teams. So it's like, all right, well, we want a wide receiver, but instead of blowing a first-round draft pick on a wide receiver who may not be able to play in the big leagues, go to that team like, all right, we'll trade your first-round draft pick for that player. All right, trade. It's what the Patriots did. They traded away their first-round draft pick to get Brandon Cooks and all that, so I could totally see the Saints or other teams doing that this year. What do you think? Do you think the NFC South is set, especially since, again, they have the quarterback, running back? Do you think they're set, or do you see holes that I'm not seeing? As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.